Hi, this is Stephanie Lotvin of Tellybean Knits, and today I'm going to walk you through rows 1 and rows 2 of Clue 1 for our Haunted House Mystery Knit Along. We've just completed the setup row and garter tab cast on, and we're ready for row 1, a right side row of the clue. I have the right side of my work facing me, and all of my stitch markers are in place. So I'm going to begin with a slip stitch. I'm going to slip that first stitch purlwise with yarn in front. I'm going to bring my yarn between my needles to the back of my work, and then I'm going to work a yarn over. I'm going to knit 2, 1, 2, and I'm going to slip my first stitch marker. I'll work another yarn over, knit 1, and now I'm ready for my M1R. So I'll insert my needle from back to front, and I'm going to knit into the front of that stitch. I'm going to slip my next stitch marker, I'm going to knit 1, slip my next stitch marker. I'm ready for M1L. I'm going to insert my needle into the front of my stitch and knit into the back of that stitch for M1L. Now I'm going to knit 1, yarn over, slip that stitch marker. I'm going to knit 2, 1, 2, and now I have 2 stitches left on my needle from my setup row. I'm going to knit these 2 stitches together. And I've just completed row 1 of my Clue 1 from the Haunted House Mystery Knit Along, and I'm ready for row 2. I'm going to turn my work so that I'm ready for a wrong side row. I'm going to begin by inserting my needle purlwise, slipping with my yarn in front. I'm going to bring my yarn between my needles. I'm going to work a yarn over. I'm going to knit 2, 1, 2, slip my first stitch marker. I'm going to purl to my next stitch marker. So purl 3, slip my next stitch marker, purl 1, slip my next stitch marker, purl 3, slip my next stitch marker, bring my yarn to the back of my work, knit 2, 1, 2, and then I'm going to knit the final 2 stitches together. You might be wondering why it is we're working a yarn over on the second stitch of every row and then knitting the last 2 stitches together. And the reason that we're doing this is we're working one of my favorite edgings. It's called a rolled edge. I use it really frequently whenever I'm working garter stitch flat. Let me show you why. Now, I'm going to show you a cowl here, but don't be worried. It's not a spoiler. This is not the Haunted House Mystery Knit Along cowl. This is actually my Morning Sunshine cowl that was published earlier this year, but it uses the same rolled edging on the inside of the head opening for this cowl that we're going to be using in the Haunted House Mystery Knit Along. The reason that I've included this in the pattern is because, first of all, it's a really clean and beautiful edging that you can see looks the same on the front side, the top, and on the wrong side of your work. It has such a consistent and beautiful edge. I think it mimics a little bit the I-cord edging in that it looks great from many different vantage points. But also, one of the reasons that I use this very frequently is that it's really stretchy and sturdy. So because of this, you get a lot of stretch when you're pulling the cowl over your head, but then it has a really great bounce back once the cowl is around your neck and it doesn't need to be stretched out. So that is the reason that we're working the yarn over as the second stitch and the knit 2 together as the end stitch. And I think once you've worked this for several rows, you're going to see it creates just such a beautiful clean edge. And I highly recommend it anytime that you're working garter stitch flat if you're looking for a good stretchy edging. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial.